This hourly segment is sponsored by Ed Konecki and Cherry Creek Mortgage. Get your free mortgage review at reviewmymtg.com.
One station making history every day.
Chicago, Chicago.
Now, Jake Hartford.
89 WKRS. It is all good.
Some people must have, some people have not. And they complain and complain and complain and complain and complain. Some people will work, some simply will not. But they'll complain and complain and complain and complain and complain. Society's fault, I don't have a job. Society's fault, I'm a slob. I got a window, no one to see. Give me welfare, let me be. Hey bud, you're living in the land of the free. No one's gonna hand you opportunity.
7:08, 8:07. Jake Hartford in here until 8 o'clock. Then it's Paul Bryan Drive, Chicago. Do you ever get that wish that you can get that wonderful feeling of accomplishment without having to accomplish something? I would like that, but I just can't just do that. One more hour to go. We're going to pack this up. Chick-fil-A, the latest on Chick-fil-A. Apparently one got in Los Angeles area got vandalized. I saw this morning on the news. Somebody wrote in big letters on the side of the wall, "Tastes like hate." Wow. How about that? Forget the issue whether you think there should be gay marriage or not. Forget that, whether that's right or wrong. But this whole Chick-fil-A thing, what kind of confuses me? I know they don't want them in Chicago because they're not Chicago values. Maybe a shooting range in Chicago, that'd be Chicago values. I don't know. But up until a few months ago, didn't the president, wasn't his idea of marriage was just a man and a woman together? He just changed, 4 months ago? He changed his position, which is okay to change the position. But because he changed the position, is that now the official stance of the country? So if you don't believe in that, if you don't believe in gay marriage, it's like you're terrible? I don't see, that's the part I don't understand. Because what would these various mayors around the country, what would they have said if the president didn't change his position? Say a year ago. Go back a year ago where he was. And the guy from Chick-fil-A said what he said about he believes in, traditional marriage. Where would all this have gone? If a Chick-fil-A coming into a city is good for the city because it will bring in taxes and revenue there from the taxes, it will bring in jobs for the people that live there, then fine. I mean, I don't think it's 100% either way on what, there should be gay marriage or not. Again, this is not about what's right, what's wrong. It's just that it's confusing for people to make a decision. They hear the stories and right away, you're evil. It's just like if you question the president on something, you're a racist. Everybody, they throw that name around, they throw that term around like crazy. It drives me nuts. Tom in Rockford. Hey, Tom, you're on 89 WLS.
Hey, Jake, this is Trucker Tom. It's been a long time since I got to speak to you, and I wanted to say good morning to you.
Good morning.
Thanks for dealing with the chicken fillet. Over the break, I was trying to come up with the world's largest buffet, Triple J, in fillet, but I don't know. So maybe somebody sends Jesse a bag of fish fillet or chicken fillet. Jake, you knew this was coming down. We've had violence at one of the stores. We're going to find out that some people were arrested for withholding the business. If they're sitting in the restaurant kissing and only ordering water, their obvious business is to me, I was down south a little bit driving truck when the civil rights did happen, and there was that kind of action. That was an action that people could take. They could fill the streets and not move and just stand there. And that's one of the actions that the people down south did to bring racial equality to the country. So what I want to know, Jake, is what do you think of my idea? I'm no Huckabee. What if the people go out and buy gift certificates when they get their sandwiches and even double the double rate? And let's do this all week. You know, let's not give up, because this is about freedom of speech, freedom of religion. And, you know, when you say the Chicago way, to me, I'm 60 years old, they're not paying the street tax, they're not paying the kickbacks, they're not paying the signage taxes, felony franks. When is the national press going to put it together?
I'm just, you know, excuse me here. I'm just thinking how I can make some money out of all this. I wish I had something to sell so people can buy a lot of it.
Well, I tried to get a chicken costume, and there's none to be had in Northern Illinois. You got to go out of state now to get a chicken costume.
Why would you do that?
I was going to go down to Chick-fil-A and support them.
I mean, wait a minute. You woke up and you said, wait a minute, I need to get a chicken costume. I need to call around and see if I can get myself a chicken costume.
I'm semi-retired. I retired, so I got to bring in money, too. Hey, Jake, we love you. Keep it up and bring Cass back when you get a chance.
Thank you, Tom. Bye-bye. Tom in South Elgin. Hey, another Tom, you're on 89 WLS.
Morning, Jake. How you doing today?
What's on your mind?
Well, what's on my mind is the way some people can buy into the spin that we get out of the White House anymore. Like you mentioned that about 3 months ago, the president, quote unquote, changed his mind on gay rights, gay marriage, whatever. That's something you just don't change your mind on. I mean, that's something that goes a long way back in your history. So, you know, if he started out by not supporting it, just be a man.
No, you
know what? Guys, I've known gay people all my life. I've known black people all my life.
I don't
Mother brought me up.
Yeah, but Tom,
way.
I don't agree with that. I think you can change your position on things.
Well, yeah, at this point in the game, when the boot's on your neck, no. If you would have changed it 4 or 5 months ago, a year ago, 2 years ago, but to wait until the last minute and watch the poll numbers and then all of a sudden you change, why don't we just put a windsock on top of the White House, and when he walks out and he goes whichever way the wind blows? And I don't like politicians like that. At least Reagan and a few of the others, Kennedy, they had the guts and the fortitude to stand by their positions and not keep changing them and changing them like we're seeing today. Not just Obama. It's every place. Hey, Jake, you said you wanted to make money. Why don't you start a fire extinguisher franchise in Washington? Because there's so many pants on fire over there, they're going to need a lot of extinguishers putting them out.
Thanks, Tom.
Bye.
Let's go to Bridgeview. Art, you're on WLS.
Hey, good morning, Jake. Hey, listen, the people that work at Chick-fil-A or whatever, I've never had one.
Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A. They should just start insulting people like those water buffaloes do over at that Wiener Circle.
Oh, the hot dog place on Clark Street?
Yeah, I mean, that must be Chicago values, that murder, rape, and robbery and all that, you know? What do you think?
You know what? I don't know. I don't know. We're gonna take that under further review. I don't know. Chick-fil-A is a business. Businesses, do what they do. It's kind of like the Cubs deal. They want tax money to, redo Wrigley, and that whole deal with Ricketts' father had something proposed, and he didn't go through with it, and so he didn't give any money to it. But because it would have been against the president, therefore they're not going to, they say they're not going to do anything for the Cubs. I'm no big believer in the Cubs. They knew what they were doing when they bought Wrigley Field and when they bought the Cubs, and they knew, it was going to cost them money. And now if they don't have the money, I'm not going to cry for them. I'm not saying give them tax money. But if someone's going to make a decision like that, it should be based on what's good for the taxpayers, not because, the father was going to do something that's against the president. A campaign, help run a campaign, or whatever he was going to do. Or thinking of doing it. Maybe not even thinking of doing it. Was proposed and he said, I don't want to do this. This is stupid. I mean, it should be, that should be the number one thing. something gets proposed to somebody at the city level, county level, state level, federal level, it should be first thing, hey, is this good for the taxpayers? Richard and Schaumburg. Hey, Richard, you're on 89 WLS.
Good morning. I like the comment. I was at Chick-fil-A on Wednesday, and I went by Chick-fil-A yesterday. So I see this as something that can really build a positive movement on. If Stonewall started the gay rights movement in America, then maybe the Chick-fil-A Appreciation Day can move us towards some kind of communication between Christians and gays, because Christianity has never hidden anywhere. I mean, the beliefs of Dan Cathy are very easy to read in the New Testament. It's not, you can find one in almost every hotel, just about every bookstore, anywhere. So, I mean, it's not like what he said was radical. And homosexuals have been with us for as long as we can read. I mean, it's something where I think we should just move. It was such a positive vibe there on Wednesday. I mean, it was just thousands of people. I was at the Lombard Chick-fil-A, and it was just a very, very positive vibe. Nobody was anti-gay. They were basically pro what they believe in. So, I mean, if and when gay marriage is legalized throughout the land, we're still going to have Christians that believe that marriage is how Jesus said it was, a man and a woman, and, it's just not hidden. And I just think when everything is brought out and we sit and talk as adults, we can come to some kind of an agreement. Like, look, my values are this, and your values are this, and let's go to lunch and go to good work and go home and love the people we love and listen to the radio stations we want to listen to and stop all this disgusting.
Well, but the way the thinking goes, and it's like you go from A to B to C to D to E and F. Well, a lot of it goes right from A to F. They skip all the stuff in between. So if, say, you're a Catholic.
Yeah.
And you heard Cardinal George talked about this the other day. If you're a Catholic and Catholics do not believe in gay marriage, so by going to church on Sunday, if you're giving money to your church, the argument is, well, you're giving money that goes against people for hate. You're hating people because that's where your money's going. That's the logic that's being used.
I know, and that's the problem with if I say that I'm pro-life. Then someone says, oh, well, then you're, and like you said, you jump from A to L. No, I'm not. I'm on that one, I'm this way, and on this, I'm that way, and on this, I'm that way. And then when you say you're a moderate, everybody says, well, then you just sit on the fence and you're worthless. I don't want to be a leftist, and I don't want to be a right-winger. I want to be somebody that looks at every issue and says, yeah, this is cool. No, that's not cool. This is all right. I mean, I don't understand why we have to even listen. Like Rahm Emanuel, I mean, how insulting was he to me and my church, my wife, my kids? I mean, it's like my values are not Chicago value. There's thousands of churches in Chicago.
Yeah, we'll see.
Those thousands of churches, probably 98% of them believe that marriage is the way Jesus described it. It's a man and a woman. There's no option in the New Testament for marriage to your beloved Labrador Retriever.
Well, okay. Well, let's keep the Labrador Retriever out of this. Thank you, Richard. Oh, we have another Olympic result. Let's see what we have here coming across. Giving you the results so you don't have to do whatever you have to do. This is in shooting. We have the medals in shooting. Mixed skeet. Zhang Shan of China takes the gold. Juan Jorge Guijarro Jr. of Mexico takes the silver. And Bruno Mario Rossetti of Italy, the bronze. 7:20, back after this.
In our 89th year, entertaining Chicago. Don, Wade, and Roma. Mornings 5 to 9.
Matt Grievers, Olympic gold medalist from Lake Forest, Illinois. So congratulations.
Yeah, thank you so much. I was pretty confident in my race plan, and I was pretty happy with how I swam it.
What was your field at Northwestern?
I was communication studies.
We audition people to be an 89 WLS talk star. You could win your very own talk show.
That sounds pretty good to me.
Chicago's talk leader. 89 WLS.
New document. Citizens, I want to be your lighthouse. With Dragon speech recognition software, you can write by talking instead of typing.
Delete Lighthouse. Fortress.
So you're free to be your best persuasive self.
The towering fortress, the junior assistant to the secretary of the treasurer of the Springfield County Clerk's Office, District 3, needs to be.
Bring your ideas to life with Dragon from Nuance. Available at Amazon.com, Best Buy, Staples, or GetDragon.com.
This is Troy Aikman.
And Hulk Hogan.
We're here to tell you about the Rent-A-Center clearance event.
Make that Rent-A-Center clearance mania.
Yeah, save up to 50% on select brand name merchandise throughout the store.
We're talking savings in the house, brother.
Oh, brother.
Save up to 50% compared to non-promotional prices for new merchandise. Offer valid July 30th through August 25th, 2012. And applies to select new and pre-leased items as marked in store. See store for complete details.
Patient care is changing.
At the University of Chicago Medicine, we're responding with a state-of-the-art new hospital.
Our new hospital is built with medical innovations designed by our doctors and nurses for one purpose:
to meet the greatest medical challenges.
With innovative procedures, pioneering therapies, and leading-edge technology.
With large, private rooms in a caring environment designed for patient wellness and recovery.
A hospital where we'll be working together to find new medical solutions and make accurate diagnoses every day.
Cancer experts Dr. Richard Shulsky and Dr. Usma Siddiqui are just two of the dedicated team members you'll find at our new hospital.
Advanced treatments.
Unparalleled medical technology.
Compassionate care.
The best minds in medicine.
Working together.
The University of Chicago Medicine new hospital at the forefront of care and discovery, opening in early 2013. Call 1-888-824-0200 or visit uchospitals.edu.
It's Veggie Fest 2012. Saturday and Sunday, August 11th and 12th from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. Come to the 7th Annual Veggie Fest, one of the largest vegetarian food festivals in the country that the Chicago Tribune called the best bet for the weekend. Veggie Fest is on the grounds of the Science of Spirituality Meditation Center in Naperville, behind the Wyndham Hotel, corner of Naperville and Warrenville Road. Admission is free and open to all. Bring the family and enjoy tasty foods from some of the finest local vendors and restaurants in the area. There's vegetarian cooking demos, spectacular children's programs with clowns, crafts, games, and live entertainment. Learn about vegetarianism and healthy living from international speakers. Veggie Fest 2012, Saturday and Sunday, August 11th and 12th from 11 to 8 at the Science of Spirituality Meditation Center in Naperville. For more information, call 1-800-222-2207. That's 800-222-2207. 800-222-2207. Or visit us online at VeggieFestChicago.com.
Everyone I know saves on the best stuff at Sam's Club. Great gear for back to class, amazing fruits and veggies, the coolest electronics, new tires.
August 3rd through 5th, be our guest to try Sam's Club free with no membership fee required. Shop in the club or online and save on family favorites like HP notebooks, brand name apparel, and perfectly picked fresh produce.
It's good to be in the club.
Don't miss your chance to save like a member with no membership fee required. Come see why life is better when you're in the club. August 3rd through 5th, only at Sam's Club.
With an industry-leading distribution network, Grainger can save you tons of downtime by offering over 900,000 products, many ready to ship right when you need them. In fact, 99% of items ordered ship same day. So fast, the International Acronym Committee is considering changing ASAP to ASAG for as soon as Grainger. At least they would be considering it if there were such a committee. To help keep your business running efficiently, call clickgrainger.com or stop by a branch today. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
An ABC News update is just minutes away. 89 WLS and online at WLSAM.com.
7:25, Awake with Jake Hartford here until 8 o'clock. Then it's Paul Bryan with Drive Chicago. Taking your calls, 591-8900. John on the Tri-State. John, you're on 89 WLS.
Good morning, Jake. How are you?
I'm fine. Yourself?
I'm good, but I'm really tired of lemming year politics. It's gay rights, and on the other end of the dial, it's the NRA is handing out 100-round magazines to kill your kids. Has everybody forgotten we're doing record deficits? They're trying, and with the record deficits, it's the rich don't get taxed enough, the poor get taxed too much, but nobody ever wants to say Why doesn't the government cut something and lower taxes?
I said that earlier today.
Oh, then I apologize that I didn't hear that part.
Well, see, the show starts at 5 o'clock, and it's a very chock full show.
Yeah, but you got to grab a cup of coffee and you miss something in the show.
Well, you have to be here at 5 o'clock with the coffee in your hand. That's what's in your hand at 5 o'clock. It's the cup of coffee.
All honesty, every presidential election, they pull out the social issues. They get everybody riled up, so nobody watches the shiny bauble in front of them.
Well,
they're spending too much money. Get off of the rest of this. As I
started the show this morning, back some months ago, I talked about how Cornell University did a study where the American electorate is dumb. And that's what they do. It's all dumb. It's issues that goes to dumbness and gets people off what the real issues are.
Well, thank you for spreading the word, Jake.
All right. You're welcome.
Bye.
Apology accepted. I mean, that's what it is. Dumb things. Brian on 294. Hey, Brian.
Hey, how you doing, Dick? I got a little comment about that Chick-fil-A, and this goes out to anyone who stands with, the gay rights. And let me put it out there. I have no problem with you're gay. Fine. I don't care. You do what you want to do. I'll do what I want to do. But people are calling the CEO a racist, bigot. Give me an example of how he oppressed someone's rights.
Well, the reasoning is because he supports traditional marriage and gives money towards groups or legislation or whatever that supports traditional marriage, he is supporting hate because he's against gay marriage. That's the short of the explanation.
Okay.
And that's what I said earlier to the other caller. If you're a Catholic and Catholic believes in traditional marriage, and you go to church tomorrow and you put money in the collection basket, in effect, you're doing the same thing. You're supporting people in some people's minds are promoting hate.
I still don't see it, but I guess
that's the reasoning. Don't blame me. I'm just the messenger.
No, not at all. I was going to say I got in an argumentative discussion with someone. And his comment, the reason, because Chick-fil-A is a company, and I didn't see the interview. I haven't heard the interview really comment on this, or be exact, I guess you could say. Was he wearing a Chick-fil-A T-shirt or something? Because I don't know. I didn't see it because this guy's comment was because he was in a Chick-fil-A outfit, uniform, whatever. That makes the company.
Well, it doesn't matter if the guy owns the company and people know he owns the company. It doesn't. It's like Donald Trump saying something. He doesn't have to have a big T on his chest. It's for Trump. Everybody knows who Trump is, and then Trump is who he is. And if he says something, it's Donald Trump. This guy owns Chick-fil-A. Well, he said what he said. That's all.
I agree with you. Oh, and one other quick comment. I heard the president's radio address talking about the Olympics.
Mm-hmm.
He left one thing out. Now, I know people that have done not Olympics, but in college where they've trained. I don't see how people can work several jobs and still train for the Olympics.
You know what? There's a whole story there because I'm not saying all the people that are in the Olympics do this, but a good majority of them get all kind of training paid for, and they're getting a lot of stuff for nothing. They're not working 3 jobs.
Right.
They're professional. They're basically professional amateurs.
Right. Well, he left out one thing after he congratulated them for all their hard work. Getting the medals, earning the medals. He forgot to mention that come on home and pay your taxes.
Well, yep, they're part of the 1%. At least Phelps will be. Thank you, Brian. 7:30. Back after this on WLS.
89.